It was.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
What is it? Oh, what'd you get it on? One of the knobs?
That's hot.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Ninjaverse TV, show where we take the best Ninja Warrior athletes and put them to the test. I'm your host, Mike Rabert. Today we're down at Vitality Obstacle Fitness, where gym owner Jordan Thurston has put together a 3-event competition. The first event is going to be a full-length Ninja Warrior style obstacle course. The second event is going to be a 4-obstacle mini course. And the third event is going to be a grip gauntlet to the death. Before we introduce our athletes, we're going to have to go over the competition because it's not a standard Ninja Warrior style competition. The athletes are actually competing in 3 events: the course, the mini course, and the grip gauntlet. They're going to get 2 tries on both the course and the mini course, but only 1 try on the grip gauntlet. Athletes are going to score points based on their placement within each event. So first place is going to earn 5 points, second place 4 points, third place 3 points, so on and so forth. And then their total accumulation points at the end is going to contribute to their overall score. The first event is going to be the standard Ninja Warrior course. This is going to be an 11 obstacle course, and these athletes are some of the best in the game. So these obstacles are going to be fast, they're going to be explosive, they're going to be big moves, and I'm super excited to see how they do on the course. The second event is the mini course. The mini course is only 4 obstacles long, but they're all upper body obstacles and they're all fast. So the athletes are really going to have to book it in order to put down a fast time. The last event is the grip gauntlet. Athletes are going to have 4 parts to this, where they just cycle through as many as they can, so they're really just gonna have to fight through, and this event is just all about what they've got left. At the end of all 3 events, whoever has the most amount of points is gonna take home a $150 cash prize and today's Ninjaverse Champion of the Day. This competition is gonna be split into 2 episodes. The first episode is going to be round 1 of courses and mini courses. The second episode is going to be round 2 of courses, round 2 of mini courses, and the final grip gauntlet. And we're going to claim our first champion. Now that you know the format, let's get to today's athletes. We have some of the best ninjas in the entire game right now coming to this competition. First up, we got Dave Cavanagh. You know him as the king of the walk-ons. 6-time American Ninja Warrior competitor. This dude is a legend. One of the quickest athletes on any given course. Next up is Reale. 2-time American Ninja Warrior competitor, made it all the way to stage 3 last year. He is one of the best ninjas out there when it comes to running courses. Seriously, his technique on obstacles is incredible to watch. I'm super excited to see him take on this course. Next up is an athlete who's near and dear to my heart, Conor Galvin. Conor competed on his first season of American Ninja Warrior last year on season 11, where he actually went up against Dave in the Power Tower. Conor was one of the fastest, strongest, highest flying, powerful ninjas to take on this game. I am super excited to see him take on this competition. I think the mini course is where he's really going to excel, where he can just use his explosive strength. Luke Dillon is the first name that you may not know. A young gun from Rhode Island. Luke is trying to make a name for himself, but if you've been a part of the National Ninja League, you probably already know Luke. Luke is super strong. It is incredible. I've seen him do a 1-arm pull-up on a cliffhanger ledge that's like maybe an inch. Easily one of the best athletes when it comes to cliffhangers, hands down. Last but not least is Nolan Lajoie. Nolan's another young gun from Rhode Island, but he's already racking up the accolades. Last year, he was 1st place in the young adult division at Worlds. This year, he was the 3rd strongest ninja at Worlds and 6th place overall at Worlds. Nolan, similar to Conor, has the whole package. He's got the strength, he's got the power, he's got the speed, and his consistency makes him real tough to beat. Alright, now that you know the athletes, let's get to some course runs. The course is going to be 11 obstacles long, but really I think it's going to come down to 3 make it or break it spots. The first is going to be the wing nuts and fidget spinners. If an athlete can avoid taking extra swings, and if they could link all of the moves in one go to the dismount platform, it's going to save them a ton of time overall. The second is going to be the ropes. These you have to be super precise on, because if you miss the hook, then you're done, there's no saving it. Also, your swing can get messed up pretty easily because there's a lot of change in direction. And if your swing does get messed up, it's gonna just eat up some time trying to correct it and trying to swing in the right direction. The third is gonna be the last obstacle, which is the walking bar, or as I like to call it, the sketchy walking bar, for obvious reasons. The bar barely fits the length in between each cradle, so the athletes are gonna have to be super precise. Don't worry, you're gonna get to see all the obstacles anyway. Let's just get to the action.
Make sure you're inside.
Yeah, stolen.
Freaking cheated. No, you play your games. Who's picking first?
Luke, get over here. What are you doing?
Yeah, fucking some cheated. Alright, who's picking first? Here you go, you got the coolest hair.
I don't know, I thought I was looking pretty good.
Sorry, man.
I accept
Should we wait until like...
Yeah, well, I'll reveal
it.
it once.
Trouble now, big reveal.
I'll go first.
Alright, my reveal.
Oh, man.
Yeah!
I'm
Highlight number one.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I'm kidding. Like, what?
Never lose, baby. Never lose.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go! Good run, dude.
Yeah, solid work.
Cruising.
I stand corrected. I guess there are 4 make it or break it spots. Conor is an awesome athlete. This is just the way that Ninja goes sometimes. It's super unfortunate to see, but that's why we're super excited to have multiple runs, so he's gonna get a chance of redemption. You can see his incredible air awareness and flow as he links a couple of moves, so I'm super stoked to see him dial it in for his second run and, like I said, get a chance at redemption. But for now, let's check out Luke Dillon's run.
Right.
Are you ready?
Luke? Alright, here we go, buddy. 3, 2, 1, go!
Good work, dude.
Thanks, man.
How does it feel?
Those ropes were absolute shit, but other than that, it was pretty fucking good.
So Luke Dillon is our first finisher. He throws down a really quick time of 2:09. He had to take a couple of breaths right before the ropes, right before the walking bar, which is definitely understandable. When your heart rate is up and you're moving really fast, those are really intense precision obstacles. So you want to kind of like calm down and you want to really refocus. So it was a good move on his part. We'll see if his time holds up as we move on to Lucas Reale.
Alright, here we go, Lucas. 3, 2, 1, go. Clear.
No. Oh, nice.
Got him. Nice, dude.
Good work, dude. You want to talk me through that?
Oh yeah, it was fun. I went for a lot of moves that I wasn't planning on, and it worked out. So I'm glad I set a good pace on my first, and now I can kind of judge it next round.
Lucas Reale, second finisher of the day, just edges out Luke Dillon's time with a time of 2:04. You can see he does a similar thing where he takes a breath right before the ropes and he takes a breath right before the walking bar, which is a great call. He was able to link the fidget spinners, which was an awesome move, and then he didn't get as hung up on the ropes, so he was able to dismount that really quickly, and I think that's kind of where he made up the 5 seconds. It was a sweet run. Great job, Lucas. Let's check out Dave's run.
3, 2, 1, go. Guys, watch out over there.
And they just
You alright? So Dave goes out early on the fidget spinners. This really sucks, but it was an awesome move that he was going for. He was trying to make the link, and you can see that his left hand just barely misses that fidget spinner. This is the thing in Ninja, you go for a big move and sometimes you just come up short, but I love seeing people go big. So luckily he's gonna get another shot at the course. Plus there's 2 more events, so he is far from out of this. Can't wait to see what he does next time. So last up for round 1 is going to be Nolan Lajoie.
Alright, here we go, buddy. 3, 2, 1, go. Clear.
Damn.
151.
That's pretty good, Nolan.
Slow.
Alright, this run was crazy. Nolan takes 14 seconds off of Lucas's time. He doesn't stop for chalk before the ropes. He doesn't stop for chalk before the walking bar. He barely even takes a breath before that last obstacle before jumping into it. At one point, his hand misses the fidget spinner, and instead of looking worried or panicked, he just looks annoyed that he didn't have a perfect run. It was an awesome run by Nolan. That's it for round 1 of the courses. Psyched to see how the athletes improve for round 2. Before we get to that, let's check out what they have to do on the mini course. Athletes are going to make their way across the 2 cliffhanger ledges. They're allowed to use the bungee in the middle if they want, but they do not have to. Here we're going to see if any athlete can make the gap in between. I think if they can, it's going to save them a little bit of time, which might be just what they need in order to beat out the competitors. From there, they're going straight up the doorknobs over to Lightning Chuck Lane. From that dismount, they're going to go straight to the salmon ladder, transfer over to the cliffhangers, and they're going to dismount over to the right. Last thing they need to do is climb up the devil steps, smack the bell at the top of the truss, finishing their course, and hopefully finishing in a fast enough time to win. It's going to be really interesting to see how athletes can link moves and find ways to save time in order to make their run as fast as possible.
Only when you need to keep it safe, you know? When it's all good, it's like really flat. Just use it first.
Alright, let's go. Nolan, you choose first. Lucas. Luke. Dave. Galvin, you don't get to choose.
There you go.
Connor's having a rough night. It's like I thought I was still gonna go with friends. He did nothing but talk shit for 3 hours.
Lucky number 4.
4.
We got 5.
Yeah,
Show 5.
3.
Oh, I didn't know I had to show it.
We don't have to. Alright. Starting off our mini course, we've got Dave Cavanagh.
Me?
You didn't have enough on it.
Alright, so Dave's having a bit of a rough go at the first round. He goes for that Superman technique and he's just a little off when he makes the transfer. It's how Ninja Warrior goes sometimes, but there's plenty of competition left, so Dave is not out of this. Next, let's check out Lucas's run.
Clear.
Oh, that's a good one. Cliffhanger over there.
Is it? Oh, that's a nasty spot. 34.
Hey, I'll take it.
You're gonna have to add 1.
On you, buddy. 40. I just gotta turn that lightning bolt.
You ready?
Not bad.
What was it?
30.10.
What's the fastest time?
All right, so Lucas, Conor, and Nolan have pretty solid first runs in the mini course. Lucas and Conor have a really nice linking technique on the salmon ladder to cliffhanger, while Nolan opts for the Superman technique, which is cool because it really like launches him forward off of the salmon ladder. Nolan is also able to skip the bungee, which saves him a bit of time, and that puts him in the lead at 30.1 seconds. Our last runner for the mini course is Luke Dillon, so let's see how he does. That one's questionable. Alright, we gotta talk about this run because this might be a little controversial and it's a little tough to see on the video. But what happens is as Luke goes to transfer in the salmon ladder, he does this really awesome move where he just jumps to the other side with the bar instead of taking any swing at all, which would save him a ton of time. But his jump just came up a little short, so as he reached out, his foot hits the ground pretty hard, and you could tell that there was enough to have to call it. When an athlete touches the ground, it's incidental, and you can tell they didn't really use it. It was just kind of like in their way, if anything at all. But in this scenario, it was a little more than just that, so we had to call him on that. It was unfortunate because he was looking pretty smooth, but like everything else in this competition, he's gonna have a second run, so looking forward to see how he does there. So there you have it for round one of the competition. Nolan's sitting pretty with 2 event wins right now. Can anyone catch him? Check it out next week on Ninjaverse TV.
You know, I was a little jittery out there, but I was having fun. And then, you know, I thought I was pretty much home free on this obstacle, but I don't know, I went to make a move and I guess I just pulled my wrist a little too much one way and flew off, but it's all good. It was a lot of fun. I'll be back.
Yo, you heard it here first. Nolan's a bitch.